Okay, I'll admit it. I pretty much only watch reality television. I can't seem to stay engaged in a Netflix series pretty much ever unless we are talking about Married at First Sight, American Idol, or even The Bachelor. How do these shows keep us so engaged? And why do I watch, though I know shows like The Bachelor are toxic and probably further from reality than a scripted show? That might be a whole nother thing. But I did read in an interesting article by Carrie Jones. She wrote a whole blog post to social media marketers on what we can learn from The Bachelor about hooking an audience. And gosh, they totally hook us. Lead with an end was one of her first pieces of advice. They keep us hooked until the very end because we have to see what happens, though it is never as dramatic or exciting as the commercials make it seem. And I usually end up at the finale saying, why did I watch this whole thing? And alas, I do it again. Is this relatable to anybody else? Carol Lieberman says we get such deep enjoyment from watching the triumphs and tragedies of our favorite reality stars. We live vicariously through the experiences of the reality TV stars from the safety of our own homes. We don't actually have to risk our heart or our reputation when we vicariously live through the experiences of the reality show participants, she explains. That's really true. And yikes, basically, it all comes down to us as humans liking stories and enjoying a well produced and far out escape from the drudgery of real everyday life. We love the drama, and we can forget about our own problems while we're watching these TV shows. We do like stories, don't we? And sometimes we like stories that escape our own reality and sometimes remind us that maybe, just maybe, we're doing okay in life. However, as I mentioned above, maybe reality TV isn't actually reality at all. And in a lot of ways, things don't get resolved, or the internet and television drama um, doesn't really focus on the pieces and the parts that were never meant to go together. We end up missing the whole story. So, how much truth and reality are we actually seeing in these shows? Not much. Television tends to capitalize on our brokenness, but also our need for relationships. We tend to talk about these people as we know them. Did you hear about Kim Kardashian? We don't even have a relationship with these people, and yet we invite them into our lives and talk about them at the dinner table. I think we just need to fix our eyes on truth and remember to have discernment while looking for the whole story, as we've learned throughout all of this social media class. You don't just want to read the news and assume it's true. We want to hear the whole story. Philippians 4:8 says, finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. We can focus our minds and hearts on Christ and look for reconciliation in all things. This is the gospel story that our hearts are drawn to. Ephesians 4:29 says, do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen. And do not grieve the Holy Spirit of God, with whom you were sealed for the day of redemption. Get rid of all bitterness, rage, and anger, brawling and slander, along with every form of malice. Be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other just as Christ God forgave you. I think this is what we should model our lives after. And to be honest, I feel a little convicted for the amount of time I spend watching reality TV and maybe not investing in truth, true truth that comes from the Bible. If we start to believe that these reality TV shows are really reality, we will lose sight of what to model our lives after. So that's what I think we need is discernment, and we need truth, and we need the Holy Spirit. Thank you.